Hi, I'm Danny from Angle Tackling Gun. Welcome back to Tip Tuesday. Today we're going to go over triggers. So first stage, second stage, how to set them. Some guns you can, some guns you can't, but I'll give you a quick guide on how to do like an air arms, a wire arc one, an FX. We'll have a look at them. So what I've done is I've removed the air arm stock. I've taken off the trigger guard and the side plate to show you underneath inside the trigger. So this is a nice easy way of adjusting one of these. So what we usually have with a gun is we usually have a first and second stage. So the first stage is from here to here, and the second stage is when it then engages the sears. So first one is the travel of the trigger, and then the second one, as I said, is engaging the sears. So that goes like that, and then engages. Right. So what we tend to have is two screws on this. So I'll see if I can take this off. Right. There's two screws there. So I think they're get out of the way. 1.5s. Yeah. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to wind them out so they're flush. Like so. Right, so we'll find out. Put this back onto here. Just engage that. So basically what I'm done here is this would be as if you were cocking it. So this would then be cocked back. It would be under tension. As soon as you pull the trigger, the hammer would slide forward, hit the valve, and air would come up. So a lot of travel, doesn't even engage now. All right. So what we'll do, I'll just kick my stand. I'll lock that in place. Move that bit. Right. I will then just engage that quickly. Take this off again. I'll wind up this back one. So now it's protruding on the top. Put that back in, push that up. So now what we'll have is we'll have a bit more travel there, and then it engages. But there's a definite stop there. What we can do is we'll wind this one up while this is attached. Right. So now it's a lot smoother. So just for safety reasons, I'll just take that out. Because you don't want these too sensitive. So it's still protruding on the top there, like that. You also have on the air arms ones, you have the tensioner on the side here, so you could have that more, which we'll quickly do. Right. Get out of the way. So if we wind this off, for example, let me wind that first one in. Like so. So it goes off. There's not enough travel on the first one. So what I'll do is wind this even more, just as an extreme. That now is really on the tip there. If you have a look. So there's no movement there at all. So from first stage obviously is the trigger moving back, and then you want the second stage to be where it engages. There's no second stage, it's just pulled on the first. Push that in a bit. Like so. So what we want is ideally somewhere in the middle. Do that. Let's just touch in. Engage that. So there's a definite stop there. And just a little small trigger movement or finger movement will go that off. That sounds really dodgy. A small movement of your finger will set the gun off. So that goes up, that goes there. Nice and easy. I'm pretty sure I said it in this previous video, but this sort of stuff for holding springs in. So you can put that in there, slide that up there, and then that'll sort of lock it in. This spring's ruined, so I won't be putting that back in. So that'll be yeeted over there. But yeah, so we'll move on to the next one. This is from my trusty HW100. Similar idea with these ones. You have first and second stage, so first, second. If you have a look on the inside, I'll get a little pointer. That one there is one of the sears. There's another one. Where is it? It's in here somewhere. But all you do, same again. Go through there. Wind it up. Wind it out. So just let's get this. It goes off. It's not much. I don't like much on my ones, but there's enough. You know there's a definite stop there. So I'm not sent off by flicking it at all. But there you go. So it's nice and easy. You can change the tensions by doing this one. But so this is my one, so I quite like how it's set up. This is a Panthera me and Terry are working on. But if I find something to take that with, sure, that. The FX ones are a little bit more complicated to adjust the triggers on if you want to take the actual trigger out. But I'm going to. It should just be that one. Like that. So, let's see if I can get that somewhat focus. This one's really interesting because that one's got like a ball on the inside. I think it's Jeff does a video on how he makes one. It might be Jeff. Pretty sure it's Jeff. It's sub 12. So that's that. But basically what you got is you've got your first stage, second stage on there. And then you're locking the thing and you spring on that one. I think this is how you engage your sears engage, your mechanism engages. We should go touch that one while it's... Nope, I'll leave that one as is. But yeah, so all you do, same idea, wind that one in, wind that one in. Pretty sure this one just locks the spring in place. Boop, 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 boop. But yeah, so once they're in there, I have a real struggle putting this back in. It's easier when you can see what you're doing. So safety's not going to work at the moment, but what you got on the bottom, thank you camera, first stage, second stage, I believe that's a tension on the back. I could be corrected, please do correct. But yeah. So why would you adjust your trigger? Easiest way to put it is how you want your gun to feel in your hands. You want to know that when you are shooting your gun or firing your gun, what you want to call it, that you are safe. You know where it's going to pull and stop, and you know when it's going to go off. What you don't want to do is have it too sensitive, where it's super light, so as soon as you aim up and you touch that trigger, it goes off. Then you know you miss your shots, inaccurate. You could hurt someone, hurt yourself. It can go off just by carrying it around if you're too careful. The other extreme is if it's too heavy. When you're pulling, you can find that you pull either like that or to the side, depends how you hold the gun, but you're pulling the trigger too much and you're just going to miss, because you're not being accurate, because you are moving the whole gun without even realizing it. But yeah, so hopefully that's a nice easy Tip Tuesday for you.